Hey guys, good morning. 53Silver out here at my local volleyball park. And I'm out with the Golden Micromax uMax. And I want to show you something really cool. The last video I did, I focused on the notch and how well it worked. And basically just talked about what happens from nickel and up throughout the range of conductivity up through silver. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about what happens below nickel and how you can use this machine to your advantage in IDing targets below nickel by offsetting tones of the targets. And it's actually a pretty cool feature. This not only sets the lower limit of the notch, but it also can change the tone of some targets that lie below nickel. And it's really cool. I'm going to show it to you right now. I like to hunt with minimum discrimination. I don't always use the notch feature. I set my sensitivity at 10, threshold at 3, standard for me. And then I use this notch feature. Now this also, not only does it set the lower limit, but it also, as I said, offsets tones on the lower end of the conductivity spectrum. And that'll also help you ID good targets and bad targets below nickel without having to blank the targets out using the discrimination. Again, when we're metal detecting, we like machines that offer options, and this one certainly does. I'm going to show you one more and how to use it real quick. So I'm in minimum discrimination. I've got my notch set at about 10 o'clock, 10:30. It's where I normally run it. Of course, I'm in disc mode, and I'm going to go over a quarter real quick. And then I've got a gold ring here. Nice. My nickel. Those lousy, horrible foil caps. Sounds just like a nickel. I've got a small diamond ring, gold with a diamond in it. Sounds just like the foil cap. I've also got a very small, just a smaller gold ring. Now these, as I'm going down, they're going down the spectrum on conductivity. So this would have be lower on the conductivity spectrum or range than this ring. They sound the same, however. And now we've got foil. Sounds just like the rings. And now I've got a nail, which is way down there. And there's the nail grunt. And man, wouldn't it be cool if you can get something like a nail grunt on foil and this piece of foil, but somehow ID the two gold rings that lies between them, and then also retain the nickel, gold, and high tone of targets that fall above nickel. Well, there is a way you can do it with this machine. And it involves using, again, this notch width control. If I set this to about 12 o'clock or so, and then go over the targets, watch what happens. First the quarter, same diamond ring, gold ring, perfect, that's the zinc tone, which is where that ring falls. I got a nickel, nice and solid. Here's that foil that drives me nuts. Again, there's thousands of these throughout my park. The kids just rip them off those sport drink bottles and throw them on the ground, and then they somehow wind up two inches below the surface. And to me, it's really hard to distinguish those between nickel. But I'll go over it now, have an offset, right, the notch width, and here we go. Kind of sounds, let me go back here to nail, sounds like a nail. Cool, okay, so I just threw this particular foil into the same tonal range, right, as a nail. And here's the other foil. Same deal. That's pretty cool. The problem is gold. How do you ID gold now? I just took everything below nickel basically and assigned it by turning the notch width the tone of a nail or some iron. But if we go over the rings, and here's the smaller one, not quite. It has that goose or duck sound, and here's the other ring. Same deal. Here's that foil, solid. The other foil, solid, and the nail. So we've got really 3 junk items and 2 good items, and with this machine, by just tweaking this notch width control, I can actually now, even though I'm not using discrimination, I'm not using notch, I'm able to throw the junk targets into the tonal range of iron, and to some degree, and you can tweak this and find, get this really maxed out to where it's even better than this, but for demo purposes, I'm just kind of retains that higher tone. Same with that gold ring, but the little foil cap is, man, these things drive me nuts. Goes down into the iron range. Here's the nickel, nice and clean. Gold ring above nickel. That's that zinc tone, right? That's where a lot of gold and even some silver falls. And then the quarter. Nice. Just another option I wanted to show you on this machine. Metal detection is about a lot of things. Having some options with your machine, being able to go out and say, you know, I want to be able to do this with a particular machine, and to be able to do it is phenomenal. Again, you're talking about a machine that's about $450 or so. And I just demonstrated, and I hope this video helps, that you can offset the tone of junk targets below nickel on the discrimination range, right? But still remain or maintain a capability on gold. And here's that junk, and here's the nickel. Nice and clean. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. By the way, this idea of trying this and testing it out came from Tabman. He posted a question, a comment on the forum, and got me thinking. He has an older machine, one of the older tone IDs, and I think he asked, can you do that on the newer one? And man, sure enough, you absolutely can. Once again, this is an excellent metal detector. Great for these types of areas. Park settings, picnic areas like that one up there. There's a pavilion back in there. This was loaded yesterday, by the way, with a lot of people. So I'll probably, after I get done this video, I'm going to go up there and sweep the ground a little bit and see what I can come up with. Golden uMax, Golden Micromax, whatever you want to call it. I call it Golden. And simply an awesome detector from Tesoro. Alright guys, hope the video helped and helped explain a little bit more about the Golden. I know when I first saw it, I was a little confused about how the notch worked. But with this added, you know, additional feature of the notch width, to be able to do what I just showed you, and ID gold targets inside the foil range. And again, just to be clear, that these actually fell, I measured these along the spectrum of discrimination. These two gold rings actually fell, ID'd out, between that foil and this foil on one of my other machines that I'm able to actually do a reading on. Anyway, got to get going. I'm going to do some hunting. It's going to be a hot day again today, and take advantage of the morning here where it's still a little bit cool. Hope you guys have a great weekend and have a great Sunday. Talk to you soon. 53Silver out.